What's up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and it feels like absolutely forever since I've made a proper video. But luckily, the new Beast PC is basically finished. The most important thing the most important thing that was still waiting arrived last week, and it's all been put together. There's still technically one piece missing. It's not a key piece, but it will be added very soon. So real quick, because of that and all the extra processing power and nice little GPU power and just kind of everything power, really, it's gonna have me back in the saddle, and I'm really excited to be able to play everything again, and I'm really looking forward to making more videos anyway. So we'll go over the specs real quick. I won't go into real detail with it. Corsair 900D case, it's absolutely massive, and it's got ridiculous amounts of space, more than I actually need. Kind of intimidating a little bit as well. Asus Republic of Gamers Rampage V5, well, V5 Rampage 5 edition, originally designed for more than I needed, but yeah, it came in nice with all the space and all the stuff I needed. And Intel 5960X i7 16 core processor, well, 8 core processor, 16 thread processor, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be ridiculous for all this video encoding. It's going to be it's just going to be crazy anyway. Reason I got that chip was I needed the 40 core I needed the 40 PCIe lanes, originally based on the plan, but then it turns out that the GPU series wasn't really going to take advantage of that, so I said, fuck it, whatever. It doesn't matter, I had the chip at the time anyway. That's cooled with a Corsair H115. It's a big ass fucking water cooler. Two 140mm fans, that's a 280mm radiator. It's crazy, hanging from the top of the PC. It runs nice and quiet, keeps it ridiculously cool. Yeah, it's pretty crazy anyway. 32 gig of Corsair Platinum Dominator DDR4. Don't remember the speed off the top of my head. It's 30 something 100 megahertz. I should really know this. I only put the thing together like a week ago, but yeah, I should really know this, but it doesn't really matter anyway. 32 gig of all that, it's in there. It's more than enough. It's definitely more than I need, but it's, why not? Going big for the whole thing anyway. And then we come to the kind. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna skip back to one other thing real quick. I've got two solid state drives in here at the moment. I've got a 480 gig Corsair Neutron XT for my OS and all the key programs and stuff like that. And then I've got a 960 gig version of the same drive. So I've got a 480 Corsair Neutron XT for the key software, OS, blah blah blah, and a 960 gig Corsair Neutron XT, which is exclusive for games. 960 gig, basically a 1 terabyte solid state drive, one of the fastest ones you can get, just for games. I'm probably going to stick in like a 4 terabyte mechanical hard drive as well, simply just for mass storage with downloads, between downloads and actually just kind of mass storing videos and audio and stuff. It'll be nice to have in there as well. There's plenty of space in the case, so plenty of space, and it's ridiculous. Also have a Corsair 1500 watt power supply. Yes, it's completely overkill. There was a reason for it though. Originally I was planning on getting 4 of the new series GPUs, hence why I needed the 40 lane CPU. And naturally I was expecting CPUs that were more power hungry than 980 Ti's, or 4 GPUs that were more powerful than Titan X's. What we got, and what it turned out to not be the case, is the NVIDIA 10 series, which are fucking beasts. So I have an NVIDIA GTX 1080 Founders Edition from EVGA. It's absolutely ridiculous. It requires one 8-pin power connector. It's more power efficient. It uses less power than a Titan X or a 980 Ti. It's crazy, and it's so much more powerful, but it actually physically uses less power drain. It's bonkers, but it's to be expected simply because Pascal is an actual new architecture, whereas like the 6, 7, 8, and 9 series were all just revamps. Well, the 6 series was Maxwell, and then the 7, 8, and 9 series were all just revamps of Maxwell, but being Pascal as a whole new architecture, that's a whole thing anyway. It's just crazy. The actual power in those cards, NVIDIA have called it an irresponsible amount of power, and it basically is. And the thing that makes it even fucking cooler as well is that I got paid again this Thursday, and I'm going to get another EVGA GTX 1080 Founders Edition. I'm going to stick it in here as well. And that motherfucker's going to be running in SLI. I can't wait. I know some people probably say, oh, it's a waste of money or whatever, but I might as well go big at the start of this generation and just have it there sitting for ages. It's going to be great. I just can't wait. But like I said, I was supposed to get 4 of the graphics cards that I was expecting to use more power. So hence the 1500 watt power supply. I mean, I realize even for 2 1080s and the rest of the stuff in this computer, I could probably get away with like an 800, maybe like a 1000, but probably even a 1000 is way more overkill. But either way, I could probably get away with something like an 800. I could even, hell, if I really wanted, I could have taken the 1200 watt Corsair power supply out of my old computer, which is sitting over on the side of the room and I need to actually do something with. I could even put that in here and that would do it as well. But the fact is the modular PSU just makes the whole thing so easy. I will give a big shout out to, you're probably never going to see this, a big shout out to Tomas, who I work with in GameStop. He helped me put the thing together. I can do it myself. I've built several computers myself. I do hate using PC hardware. Not using PC hardware. I do absolutely hate assembling PC hardware. I can't stand it. I get so frustrated over the littlest things. And I go absolutely mental. Like, for example, the GTX 1080 arrived on my birthday. It arrived on the Tuesday. And now, not the Tuesday just gone, but I'm just saying, I was very happy about that. So you'd expect, a top-of-the-line GPU arriving on your birthday. Finally, your computer is ready to be built. You'd think that would drive you crazy to the point of instantly finishing it as quick as possible. No, I started putting it together, and I got frustrated about 2 hours into it. And I didn't touch it again for like 3 days. That's how fucking frustrating it was. Anyway, he insisted on coming over and help me to actually get it done because it was annoying him that I had all that stuff sitting there. So he came over, we fixed that, we installed some stuff, we got it all set up, and he was, not just him, sorry, we were blown away. Not just he was blown away by the actual hardware in it. I was blown away also, with damn good reason. That's pretty much everything. I did replace my keyboard. I had a Logitech G19 keyboard. I've now moved on to a Corsair K95 RGB. This thing is crazy. This is a mechanical keyboard. And at first, I tested it out. Like, I just opened the box, set the keyboard on my lap, and messed around with it for a minute. And I was thinking, this feels weird. It feels crazy. It's also really loud. I realized that's a thing of the mechanical keyboard. But now I can't not... I just can't go back. I now love mechanical keyboards. And while I'm still getting a little bit used to the size and shape of the keys and the key layout and all on the Corsair K95, I'm getting there. I do make the odd typing mistake. I say the odd typing mistake. I make like maybe 1 per sentence, sometimes 2. But yeah, you get the idea. It's a fantastic keyboard though. I'm still reusing my old mouse. I've got a Logitech G502 Proteus core. It's been a while since I've looked up the model number. But yeah, it's a wired gaming mouse, so yeah, you get the deal. I'm still using the Blue Yeti. As you probably hear, the sound quality is basically the same. I'm using the same monitor as well, the Asus ROG Swift 2560 by 1440 G-Sync 144Hz, which comes in really, really, really useful for the GTX 1080, by the way. I picked up a Logitech C9, is it 920? 902? 920? Either way, I picked up a cheap webcam. It's their top of the line one, but I got it cheap, like 50% off, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I might as well. Still using the same speakers, basically all it. One thing that's nice as well is the old computer struggled a little bit with continuous streaming, so if I was streaming a lot of the time, I've only been testing out streaming lately, I should say, and I noticed that after a certain amount of time, the actual Elgato HD software, or not so much that the software would crash or stutter, but my old computer would kind of fail to keep up with it, and that would give me problems with streaming. It would also give me problems trying to record stuff with really, really high bit rates from external storage or from external sources. For example, basically, if I was trying to record 1080p 60 FPS with my Elgato Game Capture HD 60, on the old computer, the hard drive simply couldn't keep up. As much as I'm ashamed to admit it, they were actually SATA 2, so they were fucking old to the max. And they just couldn't keep up with 1080p 60 FPS video from an external source for some reason. They could record just fine from Shadowplay, but that's being, Shadowplay being Shadowplay. And as I think it's also partially to do with the CPU, simply because it recommended an i7 2600K. I had an i7 2600K, so I was kind of like, that wasn't the minimum, but it was the recommended. But still, it gave me some issues. I uploaded a video as a test from a recording from a PS4, 1080p 60 FPS with the Elgato cranked up to max. It's a 50 MB bitrate. You can check it out. I'll have a link to the video on that below, actually, as the test footage. You can let me know what you think of it in the comments of that video. And yeah, I'm just really excited for that. It's going to come in really handy as well. All the processing power. All the processing power for the CPU on here, it's going to be great for actual encoding stuff as well. So now with all the properly recorded 1080p 60 FPS stuff from consoles or whatever frame rate or resolution they're running, as well as the 1080 being able to crank everything up and just play at just better settings with better frame rates and all as well. Fallout's not perfect because I'm going with the Fallout engine being the issue rather than the actual rather than the 1080 itself, because the 1080 itself is just fucking ridiculous. I've gone on way too long for this video anyway, so look forward to a lot of new stuff, a lot of changes as well. I'm going to pick up Steam, getting back into the whole thing. No, I said pick up Steam. I'm going to pick up Steam with the whole video thing again, and then I'm going to go crazy with it again, hopefully. I'm really hoping that anyway. Work has kept me very busy, and there's been a lot of stuff going on, which also eats into my time, as well as kind of a mental fatigue and mental drain. But hopefully this has me back, and this has me in action. E3 is in a few days as well, so there's going to be a lot to talk about. I'm not going to do the same thing I did last year, so there's not going to be a big video, a big like 45-minute video just about Microsoft or whatever. I'm going to talk about one or two specific things that I'm really excited about, or really hope to see, or once they're announced that I am really happy to hear. Anyway, I've got plenty of stuff to do, plenty of gameplay footage to capture. I do also have loads on the old PC that I'll transfer over as well. And I just can't wait. I can't wait to be back on YouTube more frequently, as well as just doing more shit in it in general anyway. So anyway, yeah, you let me know in the comment section below. I don't know. I just hit my pop screen, my pop filter. I don't even know what to say in this one. Request something. Request me to play something graphically. If you want to test it out, whatever. If you want opinions on something, let me know. I've got a couple of good ideas in my head that I just have to kind of spread out a bit more and think and talk more in depth about them. But that's coming soon anyway. So yeah, let me know all blah blah blah. No point in saying all that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter. Details in the description below, as well as a link to the other test video as well. Let me know what you think of that test video in the comment sections for that one, please, if you don't mind. It takes like 2 seconds. You only have to watch like maybe 30 seconds of the video. Just please manually pick 1080p 60 FPS. Don't just leave it on auto. Even if you have to buffer it for a minute, whatever, just please, yeah, blah blah blah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel. As you can probably tell, I'm really excited.